Hi guys, today we are going to talk about the homework one related question. So if you have any questions, feel free to stop this video or ask me through email or in person discussion or office hour, okay? So let's look at the first question. So this table, I think you may be very familiar with it because last time we have the similar question regarding the year 2024 and 2025 to have two goods. So you have two prices. So remember how to find the nominal GDP. The formula is that the corresponding year times corresponding quantity, a year's price and quantity, and then sum it up because we have two goods, so you only need to sum up good one and good two. So in this question, it's good X and good Y, right? So the nominal GDP in 2020 is just quantity of X times the price of X and quantity of Y times the price of y. So you sum these two up, you can get the nominal one. And same logic for 2021, you have 12 times 3 plus 14 times 3.5. So you have the nominal GDP. Here I just left the answers for you. I think it would be enough for you to prepare your homework, right? And remember, what is the real GDP's formula? It's just the base years. Here we have 2020 as the base year times the quantity for each year and then sum it up. So actually the real GDP for 2021 changed, but the nominal GDP and the real GDP in 2020 is the same. Remember, we talked about this last time because you are using the same quantity, same price in 2020 because this is a base year. But in 2021, you are using 2020's price times 2021's quantity, 2020's price times 2021's quantity, right? So here is the case. So also I left the answers for you, okay? And remember, what is the GDP deflator? It's just the nominal GDP divided by real GDP times 100. So you can get the answer for 2021 after getting the result of nominal and real GDP in 2021. Okay? And also for the inflation rate, after getting the GDP deflator, the inflation rate is just GDP deflator minus 100 over 100. Remember, you need to take times percentage level, okay? Because the inflation rate is measuring by the percentage, okay? So here, question 2, if the labor force is 200 and 8 persons are unemployed, what is the unemployment rate? It's just using our formula, unemployed quantity divided by the labor force, right? So you can get the unemployment rate. Remember to use the percentage level, or if you want to use the decimals, it's okay, because this is the simple question. Okay? And for question 3, you are going to calculate the CPI based on the cost each year. So remember how to find the cost of living for each year when you have like a fixed basket. So here, this is your basket and this is fixed. And for each year, you have different prices for each goods. So how to calculate the cost of living for 2020 is just use this quantity of bread times the price of bread and the quantity of meat times the price, quantity times price, and then sum it up. You can get the cost of living for 2020. And in 2021, same logic, right? So again, I will leave it you need to calculate by yourself, but I think it's easy, right? And how to find the consumer price indexes is just the cost of 2021 divided by cost of 2020 times 100. Remember, this is just the formula, right? And CPI of the base year, remember that it will be always equals to 100. Why? Because it's just the cost of 2020 divided by the cost of 2020, right? In base year, CPI base year times 100. So if the numerator and denominator are the same, then you can always get a constant value, 1. And then times 100, you can get 100. Okay? And what is the inflation rate by using the CPI index in 2021? It's just the CPI this year divided by CPI previous year divided by the previous year. Previous year, of course, it will be always 100, right? CPI this year, after calculating that, you can get it would be 120. So you can get the inflation this year. It is a percentage level. So you can calculate by yourself. And here, question 4, given you have the GDP, consumption, investment, government spending, find the net export. Remember our formula. GDP equals to consumption and investment and government spending and net export. So you have all the values, right? Except the net exports. So you just plug in the values that you know and then get what is the net exports result. Okay, so this is for homework 1. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask me. Okay.